All right, for this problem, we're asked to find cosine of theta and cosecant of theta if the tangent of theta is equal to 1/2 and the secant of theta is greater than 0. All right, for these kinds of problems, what we're going to do is just draw a simple right triangle and label this angle here as theta. And we're going to use this to just kind of keep track of what's going on with our tangents and cosines and cosecants, etc. All right, so we know that the tangent of an angle is equal to the opposite side divided by the length of the adjacent side. Tangent is opposite over adjacent, right? So if we've got our triangle like this, let's label this side as 1 and this side as 2. That way, the tangent of this angle is equal to 1 over 2, which is what we're given. All right, now, since this is a right angle, we can, or a right triangle, we can use the Pythagorean theorem to find the hypotenuse. Let's do that. So let's label our hypotenuse as C, and we know from the Pythagorean theorem that 1 squared, this side squared plus this side squared, so 1 squared plus 2 squared is equal to C squared. So 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4. So C squared is equal to 5. If we take the square root of both sides, C is equal to the square root of 5, plus or minus. So now we need to figure out whether we want positive square root of 5 or negative square root of 5. Well, we're told that the secant is greater than 0. Secant is the reciprocal of cosine, so it is the hypotenuse divided by the adjacent side. Now, the adjacent side is positive, and we want the secant to be positive, so this side has to be positive as well. So we're going to replace the C with positive square root of 5. All right, now that we've got all of the sides of our triangle labeled, we can find cosine theta and cosecant theta just by looking at this triangle. So cosine of theta is going to be, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, so this is going to be 2 divided by the square root of 5. Let me erase this so that we can rationalize this denominator. We're going to do that by multiplying by square root of 5, because square root of 5 times square root of 5 is just going to be 5. And then if we do that to the denominator, we also have to do that to the numerator. So this is going to be 2 square root of 5 over 5. All right, now cosecant. The cosecant of theta is going to be, well, cosecant is the reciprocal of sine, and sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So cosecant is going to be hypotenuse over opposite. So that's going to be the square root of 5 over 1, or just the square root of 5. And so these are going to be our answers. That's the cosine, and there's the cosecant.